me sit in on some of your meetings.
Not a problem, Glenn. If you're going to be an intern at the White House, you're going to need to sit in on these things and learn everything you can in order to be a valuable resource.
Try my best, sir. I just want to see how you interact with your presidential cabinet.
Believe me, I take all of my pressing issues to my presidential cabinet. It is a valuable resource, like you may one day be, Glenn. Now, we should be having the Vice in shortly to talk with us.
Thanks for meeting with me, Mr. President.
Sir, that looks like the guy from Miami Vice.
Glenn. Anyway, what do you have for me today, Vice?
Listen, Mr. President, we have to consolidate all of our properties on the Floridian coastline, specifically in Miami. That way we'll be able to easier track how Rico's embezzling all the money.
Interesting, Vice. Every time I tell you to look into domestic affairs, you always come back to Florida, Miami specifically. You must love it there.
All the women I can neglect and bang, and then, places drive my Ferrari, and sailboats, see what's not to love.
Okay, no, that's gotta be Sonny Crockett from Miami Vice. I mean, you might as well bring up his pet alligator.
Ah, interesting point. You guys have a lot of cool stuff down there in Miami, don't you?
You know who loves cool stuff? My alligator elephants. He loves
Are you kidding?
Hush, Glenn. Now we will have those consolidations for you shortly, Vice.
Thanks, compadre.
Not a problem.
Sir, that was clearly Sonny Crockett from Miami Vice, and you didn't dress like him.
Glenn, you don't understand how things work in the White House. Now, quiet down. The Secretary of Treasury should be here shortly.
You mean Secretary of Treasury, right? You're Mr. President! As you know, the current state of Treasury is scurvy-stricken, see? I mean, sure, it's spiked with the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise and ye old Assassin's Creed game.
Love that game.
Any salty sailor loves that game. But the problem lies that one game doesn't instill a stable growth of popularity and treasure in a modern economy.
Yes. What do you suggest?
Mr. President, your Secretary of Treasury
Treasure?
is a pirate. Well, we could do a couple things. We could paint X's all across the country, and the citizens of the United States would be asking, is that the booty? Where's the booty?
Come on.
Okay, well, we could do something else. We could release a fleet of 18th century ships, right? And they pillage innocent villages and islands all along the Caribbean, right? Then we release secretly, very secretly, we release aquatic zombie pirates, or as you like to call them, the Marine Corps sis.
Fantastic. Alert the Secretary of Mates and the U.S. Centaur as soon as you can.
You mean Secretary of State and U.S. Senators?
Oh, Glenn, you truly know nothing. The Secretary of Mates is none other than Cupid, the love doctor, and the U.S. Centaur are a group of mythological beasts who are half man, half horse. And until you understand that very subtle difference, you will not know how to run a country. You have my full backing, Secretary Poop Tech Pete.
Absolutely. Look at me and turn Polly right on. Right? I'm sorry, sir, but I thought your presidential cabinet would have helped you with like real issues like poverty or civil rights, not just these like trivial things like treasure and small action-packed crime in Miami. I mean, geez, you might as well talk to your desk about issues that matter because these people are ridiculous distractions. I'm sorry.
Glenn, let me tell you something, son. My group of advisors that I've just shown you are something that I keep around in order to lighten my day. This is the toughest job in the world, and I need to laugh sometimes. Now, if to comfort you, I take all of my difficult decisions to the presidential cabinet.
Oh, thank God, jeez. You know, for a second, I was thinking that the President of the United States was like an idiot or something.
Secretary Tintin.
No.
Now, how do we solve Iraq?